All right, so we're gonna keep moving because we have more goodies to show you. These are really, really fun. And at first glance, you go, I mean, I think the name is correct, but it's not correct. It's called the Halloween Cut and Emboss Folder Sets. So you're getting all three of these, and they emboss and they cut at the same time. This one does scream Halloween. It looks, hey, that looks very much like, you know, spider web with bats. But when I look at these other two, Anna, for me, I could even use these two on the card kit we just finished talking about.
You could. Well, we called it Spell Burst, that Starburst cut and emboss folder, and then we called it Spooky Brocade because for me, I like to use patterns all season long for all holidays, but just look at what a cut and emboss folder, it's going to create a layer in just one pass.
Oh my.
And you see how we've cut and embossed the glitter paper that's coming up later today on HSN from us. The Spooky Brocade is beautiful, inked and part of a Halloween collage. And it just becomes a beautiful pattern in which you can craft on top of. So these all cut those beautiful layers in one pass through the machine. And what we're going to see is that come out of the folder. So the die is embedded into each of the folders. You're not choosing, you're getting all three. And what we're going to do is, I didn't even really cut or measure the piece of paper because the folder is going to do it for us. And I'm going to run this through my little Empress Mini to get a spooky layer right out of the box. And it's so much fun because this is, you feel like you're doing something, but the die and the folder are doing really all the work for you. And you're going to, get this great little layer. Like I said, I didn't have to measure. And now let's just make this card because you would add a little adhesive. Maybe you have other die cuts that you love to use, but then the layer goes right in the center to create a focal point for your card. And then we have lots and lots of embellishments and amazing Halloween things coming up today, later on today, so that you can create exactly that card.
And here's something you have to understand, I think this is really important, is when this is called a one and doneer, because this is a Halloween themed item. She'll never bring it back, she doesn't repeat it, and we have a very limited quantity going into the day, because obviously it's a very niche kind of holiday. So if you want to pick this up, it'll not be back. I mean, you'll see her do lots of different designs, but this is the only opportunity to be able to get these. And as she mentioned, you get all three. And I think it's so brilliant because a lot of times you'll have to run through and do a die, then you get an embossing folder out and you have to run that through, or vice versa. It's so brilliant how you do both at the same pass.
Right, it's a real time saver. You get a decorative element in one pass. It becomes the jumping off point for the rest of your card. And what you're looking at is something in just such beautiful taste. Like the Halloween, in traditional orange and black, but that little layer, because I didn't have to change my plate system, I didn't have to get out other things. I am able to create that focal point that look at this, creates a spooky card, a chilling, wonderful card in one single pass.
That is cool.
I'll make some more just for fun because, I think that we love looking at building these projects. All right, so a little black foil, but then our pearl metallic paper right there in the middle. And maybe we need her. Look, she's from our witchy card kit. And this is so fun. It says best witches.
That's awesome.
Maybe there's a little spider and a little rose, but that's so fun because in composition, as a designer, I really like elements that give you a visual resting place. And with each one of these cards that I'm showing you, it's doing exactly that. So that's a single pass through the machine. You're getting that. This is glitter paper also cut and embossed through that with that one little pattern. And there we go. There's the spider web that you like so much with the spider in it.
Well, and again, I'll go back to it. Like, for example, when you see this one, one, which is kind of like a starburst, right? I'm gonna show everybody this one, Anna. For me, it screams snowflake, and it screams holiday, and it screams New Year's Eve, and it screams celebration, almost like confetti popping. Does that make sense? So while the theme is Halloween on this, I could see using this one for a ton of different ideas. And the same is true with this one. I want you to see how pretty this design is. Again, this could be on a wedding invitation. I mean, it'd be beautiful. It could be on a sympathy card, a thank you card. So other than our super spooky spider web with the bats, and I'm sure a lot of you will come up with really cute ideas that are not Halloween for this one. But I think other than that, the other two are wildly versatile. Certainly they really do amp up a Halloween card, but again, you buy this now and you'll find you're reaching for it for other different ideas. It could be scrapping, it could be card making, it could be a different sympathy card, it could be many, many things, especially with these two guys, because I think those are generic enough. I mean, they're exquisite, but they're generic enough to use for a lot of different kind of themes, really, when you think about it.
So Suzanne, we have a whole Starburst theme going on today, and you're going to see Dresden embellishments with that Starburst. You're going to see celestial dies with the Starburst, and so much fun. We had such a great time creating with that design element that no matter how you put these things together, like I said, this is your foundation piece for creating a card. It's the important center that illuminates your sentiment. Wow. It's the place that you design around. It's in that single pass through the machine, right? You're not having to align a die and go back and emboss a pattern and like we used to, you know. It's just, I love that the dies are embedded in the folder, because then there's that Starburst. Adorable. I've got one more to show you. Just hang with me.
That's great.
There it is. I love it. So
that's so gothy. It's so gothy and fabulous.
Yes.
Well, and again, I've got a couple. There's the Starburst showing up again here. Look, just change out the patterns, change out the paper, and use the exact, oh, look, I love that one. Oh, that's got a technique on it there. I mean, think about this. I mean, you can do so much with it. And again, you get all three. You're not picking which one. All three for $29.95. I think 500 are sold, have been sold now. So again, if you go to hsn.com, that is the way to be able to grab that again before it's sold out. And I will tell you, as the day proceeds, a lot of you, we love our Griffinites, but a lot of you go online early on and you order a lot of our popular items. So we get to the show and we don't have a lot left. So if you do see something like